Welcome back, car enthusiasts. Today, we're diving into the world of opulence and luxury, as we explore some of the most beautiful and luxurious vehicles ever created. Get ready to be captivated by the exquisite craftsmanship, cutting-edge technology, and sheer magnificence of Maybach, Mercedes-Benz, BMW, and Audi. We're about to take you on a journey through the pinnacle of automotive engineering, where elegance meets performance, and where beauty is defined in the form of rolling works of art. Whether you're a fan of timeless luxury, groundbreaking innovation, or unmatched prestige, this video is for you. So, sit back, relax, and prepare to be awestruck by the epitome of automotive extravagance. Let's get started. In this exclusive showcase, we'll reveal what makes these car manufacturers stand out in the realm of luxury and style. From Maybach's unparalleled opulence to Mercedes-Benz's heritage of excellence, BMW's pursuit of perfection, and Audi's avant-garde sophistication, we've got it all covered. It's a world where automotive dreams become a reality. But before we delve into the specifics of each brand, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay up to date with our future automotive adventures. Now, let's embark on a journey through the world of sheer automotive opulence, where beauty knows no bounds, and luxury has no limits. First, beauty. 2024 Maybach Night Series. Mercedes' desire to move its Maybach sub-brand ever more upmarket continues with the launch of the Night Series package. Designed to appeal to a subtly different, but still ultra-rich, audience, it swaps the more familiar mirrored surfaces for dark chrome and rose gold detailing. There are changes inside and out, and the package can be ordered on the Mercedes Maybach EQS SUV, GLS or S-Class. Maybach is positioned as Mercedes' alternative to Rolls-Royce and Bentley. In such a rarefied level of the market, exclusivity and personalization are critical. This is particularly important for Maybach given that its cars are based on more mainstream Mercedes models, and the desire to stand apart from the crowd is likely on any buyer's mind. Physical changes are complemented by software tweaks, including new ambient lighting and a unique animation for the infotainment screens. The electrically powered EQS SUV, for example, now boasts unique headlights with a Maybach emblem on rose gold detailing, together with a pinstripe grille and revised air intakes with more Maybach badging. Inside, there's a herringbone wood pattern with aluminum accents. Mercedes design boss Gordon Wagoner calls it a playful sense of rebellion, but what he probably means it's just a new kind of bling. If you don't like showing off your branding, this is not the car for you. The GLS also gets a liberal sprinkling of Maybach badges, together with unique 23-inch wheels and even a dark chrome Mercedes star on its hood. The S-Class balances revised rose gold headlight details with dark chrome and black tailpipes. All three models will only be offered in a handful of colors, developed to complement the new aesthetic. The EQS and S-Class will go on sale in the US late this year, with the GLS arriving early next. Mercedes is also offering a range of bags, sneakers and eyewear so owners can blend seamlessly with their vehicle. No pricing has been announced yet, but if you have to ask, well, you know the drill. Given that the cheapest Mercedes Maybach model has an MSRP of almost $200,000, the likely high price of these packages will not deter potential customers. What remains to be seen, though, is whether this new kind of bling will seduce the younger, sneaker-wearing crowd that Mercedes so desperately craves. Maybachs have represented the pinnacle of Mercedes' luxury efforts since the early 1960s. Today it signals to the world that you are more than just a businessperson in a bog-standard S-Class. Oh no! Instead you are an oligarch, a head of state, or just a tech billionaire who refuses to give up the Apple Watch for a Patek Philippe. Regardless of which status you occupy, these Maybachs are for you, dear billionaire. And now you'll know just how small of a dent the new 2024 Mercedes Maybach EQS 680 SUV will make in your coffers. At $181,050, the brand's first foray into the world of electric SUVs is one of the most expensive products Mercedes will sell you, but that won't matter to the ultra-wealthy. What matters more is likely just the badge. There are dozens of them dotted around the interior and exterior of the car, and maybe the sheer square footage of leather that's made available to you when you make the step from basic Benz to Maybach. Second, beauty. 2024 Mercedes-AMG S63e Performance. It missed a year of production, but the AMG S63 Super Sedan is back in a major way. Making use of the Mercedes-Benz S-Class's 7th-generation architecture, the S63 brings the glitz with more go than ever thanks to a new plug-in hybrid powertrain. Mercedes has dropped the previously offered coupe and convertible body styles and will offer the S63 as a sedan only, at least for now. Under the bonnet sits a familiar twin-turbo V8 that, with the help of AMG's rear electric motor, now produces a combined 791 horsepower and an astounding 1055 pound-feet of torque for its all-wheel drive system to try to put to the road. To ensure the S63 can get to speeds high enough to escape rising interest rates, AMG will allow its big battery luxury sedan to reach speeds up to 180 miles per hour. As a chariot for the wealthy with maximum performance in mind, the new AMG S63 is a quick and comfy way to usher in the industry's electrified future. After a short hiatus, the AMG badged S-Class makes its grand re-entry to the Prestige on Wheels class using the bones from the current production Benz S-Class mated with a promising high-power hybrid powertrain. Rather than offering a tower of different trims, the S63 sedan is instead a smorgasbord of options that can tailor the car for both drivers and those who prefer to be driven. As the pinnacle performer for the brand's flagship sedan, the S63 comes standard with a level of comfort unmatched by most luxury apartments. Available carbon ceramic brakes are extra, but we wouldn't deem them necessary for everyday use. For a long time, the Mercedes-AMG Petronas F1 team has worked to develop a high-performance battery that could deliver consistent performance at the highest level of motorsports. Now folks who drive on the road bear the fruit of these efforts with the new hybridized powertrain found in the AMG S63e Performance. The most powerful S-Class ever offered is propelled by a 603 HP twin-turbo V8 engine up front, with help from a 188 HP motor for the rear axle. Their combined efforts produce 791 horsepower and 1055 pound-feet of torque for the sedan's all-wheel drive system to process. A 9-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission, while a 2-speed transmission is integrated at the rear axle for the electric motor, handles shifting and, to help this barge of power navigate traffic and parking spots, AMG includes rear axle steering as standard equipment. We estimate that the S63 can make it to 60 miles per hour in just 2.8 seconds. That's quicker than the feistiest version of the standard Benz S-Class, which took 3.9 seconds to reach 60 miles per hour in our testing. Given the massive power available to hurl it down the road, we suspect that S63e Performance will be even quicker than its maker claims. The S63 uses an AMG Ride Control air suspension, AMG Active Ride Control stabilization, and rear axle steering as standard equipment, which makes the S63 feel easy to maneuver. The S63 is a PHEV that uses a 10.5 kWh battery pack and is said to be good for about 17 miles of electric-only range per charge. The onboard charger is capable of juicing the battery at up to 3.7 kilowatts, which, unlike the S63, isn't quick at all. AMG insists its shift to a plug-in hybrid powertrain, which gets help from a new 13.1 kilowatt-hours battery, is focused on performance instead of fuel economy. The EPA hasn't rated the new S63e Performance yet, but if the 16 mpg city and 25 mpg highway that the Mercedes-Benz S580 is rated at is any indication, we think it's safe to bet the hybrid S63 won't return numbers that would be considered mind-blowing versus those. While the massive horsepower will warm the hearts of enthusiasts, the AMG S63's priorities include comfort. It sports an opulent cabin with distinctive AMG upholstery and stitching. A Dolby Atmos audio system comes standard and offers a 360-degree audio experience. The car's 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster provides a bright and clear roster of driving info, but the real magic happens on the standard 12.8-inch OLED touchscreen that's vertically mounted on the dashboard. Road noise cancellation and rich interior materials make the S63 an experience most only taste from limos. Headrest pillows for rear passengers and an abundance of legroom make a strong argument for the S63 as a fantastic car to be chauffeured in as well as a great one to experience from the driver's seat. Every S63 comes with an array of standard driver assistance technology, including the ability to park itself and even take preventative measures to protect passengers when it detects an imminent collision. The sedan is also available with innovative features that include rear seat airbags and an active suspension that will lift the car up to reduce the severity of damage during a collision. Third beauty. 2024 BMW i7 M70 xDrive. Fans of braggadocious Luxembourges may have mixed feelings about the 2024 BMW i7 M70 xDrive. On one hand, BMW remains firm in its insistence that a proper M71 that would follow M's ethos of building road cars from track-borne inspiration isn't going to happen. On the other hand, the i7 M70 is so thoroughly competent at everything it does that those folks may finally be willing to settle. The protein and carbs of the i7 M70 lies under the body. A 255 horsepower motor, the same one you'll find up front in the i5 M60, drives the front wheels, and a 483 horsepower monster BMW's most powerful e-motor to date. Combine the two with a dollop of launch control or the aptly labeled boost paddle on the steering wheel, and output is an impressive 650 horsepower and 811 pound-feet of torque. Otherwise, however, you'll have to make do with a paltry 748 pound-feet. Lower. That all courses its way to the pavement through single-speed transmissions, express shipping the i7 M70 to 60 miles per hour in a manufacturer-estimated 3.5 seconds. Considering our test of an i7 xDrive 60 shaved 4/10 off BMW's supplied 4.5-second figure, we reckon this half-cruise missile will prove even more unhinged when we test it. No matter what the stopwatch says, the experience of full send in the i7 M70 isn't far off from launching the GMC Hummer EV, or perhaps a Saturn V. Grip the wheel like you'll fall off the planet if you let go, hit the right pedal, and the nose rises as the entire car rail guns its way forward. We chose not to have the piped in Hans Zimmer sound experience assault our eardrums as this happens, but fans of Interstellar may choose to leave it on. It's brutal and silly and exactly as over-the-top as a $169,495 7 Series, roughly $45,000 more than the next step-down i7 xDrive 60 should be. BMW didn't only go to the gym on leg day. The i7 M70 features a wealth of upgrades meant to improve stability and handling. There's an additional shear panel between the firewall and the strut towers for extra front-end rigidity. 4-corner air springs and electronically controlled dampers are standard, with M adding its touch to the air springs and hydraulics. Rear axle steering can turn the back wheels up to 2.5 degrees, while active roll stabilization helps minimize lean in corners. Does it work? You betcha. Insofar as anything can make an i7 M70 estimated curb weight, 6,050 pounds, feel light on its feet. With everything given a sport mode stiffening, the M70 does a commendable sports sedan cosplay, keeping body motions in check and making impressively tidy work of switchbacks where each lane is barely wider than the car itself. Some cars shrink around you as the speed rises, not this one. The lane departure warning will keep you acutely aware of this BMW's width. But don't think that the pursuit of playing switchback surgeon has in any way compromised the i7. For as capable as the M70 is when hustling, it's just as happy to dial it back and focus on luxuriating. Like its less powerful xDrive 60 sibling, this car will positively glide all day long, soaking up any hint of bad roads and transmitting little motion to the cabin. Wind and road noise are buried 3 towns over, although the optional summer tires may detract from the hush. Providing the electrons for these shenanigans is the same battery pack that's in the i7 xDrive 60, measuring 101.7 kilowatt-hours of usable capacity. EPA range is 291 miles with the standard 21-inch wheels and 274 with the 20s, 16 and 24 miles shy, respectively, of the xDrive 60's figures. However, our 75 miles per hour real-world range test in an xDrive 60 ended after just 260 miles, a far cry from both the EPA's figures and our tests of the i7's closest competitor, the Mercedes-Benz EQS, and there doesn't seem to be any reason to assume the M70 would do any better. If you're worried you won't be able to make it to that next charger, the i7 M70 has a trick that may help. A new max range mode reduces motor output, limits the top speed to 56 miles per hour, and eliminates creature comforts including climate control and the seat heaters. BMW estimates that it can boost the remaining range by 25% or so. Every situation is different, but it should help. Once hooked up, the M70 can take up to 195 kilowatts via DC fast charging or 11.0 kilowatts with AC power. Naturally, BMW zoozed up the i7 M70's look to give it a little extra flair. The fasciae have a few more angles, and a thin strip around the front grille lights up. There's blacked-out trim, more aggressive side skirts, and so many M badges you'd think they were on sale somewhere. Fourth beauty. 2024 Audi Q8 facelift. Audi Q8 facelift brakes cover at the ongoing Munich Motor Show. 5 years after Q8 went on sale, it gets a cosmetic makeover along with new tech and features. Are you getting confused between the Q8 and the Q8 e-tron? Unveiled last year, Q8 e-tron and Q8 facelift both sit on the Volkswagen Group MLB Evo platform. But the 2024 Q8 is the facelift of the 2018 model, which competed with the SUVs from BMW and Mercedes-Benz. While the Q8 e-tron is the facelift of Audi's first EV. The cosmetic updates are given to the headlights, bumper, and grille parts. The new headlights are an addition to the Q8, and Audi gives an HD matrix LED unit. A laser is placed as a high beam. The headlight units consist of digital daytime running lights which constitute 24 LEDs. One can select from the offered light signatures. The grille continues to be a trapezoidal unit. The only changes are the new octagonal apertures and L-shaped inserts, which are quite prominent on the SQ8 version. The rear gets digital OLED rear lights. One can select from 4 light designs that work in concurrence with the headlights. With 5 new wheel designs, the new Audi gets a 2D logo. The new Q8's interior is identical to its predecessor. The only style update is the seat upholstery with different stitching and color schemes. Expanding its features, Audi added an app store to the Q8 which has listed third-party music. Driver assistance systems have been improvised with 360-degree cameras along with a virtual cockpit displaying lane change and other warnings. The Audi Q8 facelift gets a 3.0-liter TFSI petrol engine which churns out 335 bhp and 500 Nm of peak torque. The coupe SUV can go from 0 to 100 km/h in 5.6 seconds, attaining a top speed of 250 km/h. Some markets are likely to get the 3.0-liter diesel engine which churns 228 bhp and 500 Nm on the 45 TDI trim. On the other hand, the 50 TDI, which uses the same motor, produces 286 horsepower and 600 Nm torque. The Audi Q8 facelift and SQ8 facelift will arrive in Europe later this year. The SUVs can debut in the Indian market next year, adding to Audi's latest launches such as the Q8 e-tron SUV and Sportback last month. Fifth beauty. 2024 Mercedes-AMG GT Coupe. The mad scientists at Mercedes-AMG are at it again, creating a monstrous package with the second-generation AMG GT model. With a fresh redesign and some surprise additions, the GT is ready to spearhead the brand's effort as the flagship V8 sports car. For 2024, the AMG GT is built on an entirely new chassis which it shares with the Mercedes SL model. With the redesign, Mercedes is targeting the formidable Porsche 911 as its main competitor. Our keen-eyed readers would have noticed from the picture that the new GT has put on a little more get. According to Mercedes, the new car is just over 7.0 inches longer in wheelbase compared to the previous generation. Along with a new chassis comes a brand new suspension setup. The 2024 German muscle car replaces conventional anti-roll bars with active hydraulics to control roll stability and adaptive shock absorbers with hydraulic connections in a neat package Mercedes dubs AMG Active Ride Control Suspension. The new iteration of the AMG GT can be optioned with a carbon fiber steering wheel to give drivers that racing feel and a lot of other carbon fiber aero bits. The second-generation car is bolder in its approach and execution than the previous General GT. However, are the changes better? Here's what you need to know. Evolutionary design aside, which includes details such as a more prominent Panamericana grille with the three-pointed star, revised headlights, and slimmer taillights, the biggest difference between the first and second generation AMG GT is the drive wheels. All second generation GT will come equipped as standard with the Mercedes variable AMG Performance 4MODIC Plus all-wheel drive system that we have come to love. The system will feature variable torque distribution on the front and rear axle that determines how much power to distribute to which wheel depending on traction. According to Mercedes-Benz, the 4MODIC all-wheel drive is capable of a 50-50 power distribution between the front and rear axles to pure rear-wheel drive. The new drive system puts the AMG GT on a list of all-wheel drive sports cars with the likes of the Porsche 911 Turbo, Lamborghini Huracan, and Audi R8, just to name a few. Mercedes estimates the GT will sprint to 60 miles per hour in 3.2 seconds. Undoubtedly, this time is achieved due to superior traction from the 4MODIC system. It remains to be seen the level of violence the GT exudes in its plastering 0 to 60 miles per hour run. As mentioned earlier, the all-wheel drive system is paired with a new suspension setup to improve agility and overall driving dynamics. A set of interconnected hydraulic systems work together to dampen the vehicle and provide optimum ride comfort on the road and stiffen when necessary for more spirited driving. The new chassis is rumored to be heavier than the outgoing model, which weighs 3,560 pounds or 1615 kilograms. Mercedes has not released official weight figures for the new GT, however, based on current figures of the SL, we estimate a weight of 4,299 pounds, 1950 kilograms. This significant weight differential can largely be attributed to the incorporation of the standard 4MODIC all-wheel drive system as well as the new front lift mechanism and other aerodynamic components. Rear axle steering up to 2.5 degrees with an electronic differential lock should further aid in the handling department. By comparison, if our estimated figures are right, the 911 Turbo Coupe's base curb weight of 3,635 pounds is a few pounds lighter than the GT. It remains to be seen if this weight difference affects the handling of the GT in testing come 2024 when head-to-head comparisons are made. The downsizing of engines and electrification seen on other performance models such as the C63 and S63 is delightfully absent for the AMG GT model, as the car retains the distinctive V8 engine that has made it one of the most hardcore cars on the market. At the heart of the GT are two biturbo V8 engine options. The standard GT55's V8 produces 476 horsepower and 516 pound-feet of torque, capable of 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.9 seconds, and a top speed of 183 miles per hour. On the other end of performance is the GT63, whose engine produces significantly more power than the GT55 at 585 horsepower. The increased output is a result of higher boost pressure and software tweaks to the ECU. Guaranteed, the 63 is the model to get if spirited driving is a top priority to you. Sixth beauty. 2024 BMW X6M. BMW has long been known for building cars and SUVs. The updated 2024 BMW X6 is no exception. The X6 is the German luxury sport brand's mid-size crossover SUV with seating for 5. Fashioned in a sportier style with a sleeker roofline than the similar-sized X5. While all iterations of the 2024 BMW X6 offer impressive performance, it's the X6M that boasts the highest horsepower in the lineup, with ride and handling on par with a sports car. BMW introduced the third generation of the X6M in 2020, and the sporty crossover gets a significant refresh for the 2024 model year. Highlights include a new front-end design with larger air intakes, stylish headlights, and a high-tech curved digital display inside. The X6M also gets a new mild hybrid V8 powertrain, an improved xDrive all-wheel drive (AWD) system, and a refined suspension, all of which coalesce to deliver outstanding performance. The X6M is the most powerful model in the BMW X6 lineup, boasting a turbocharged 4.4-liter V8 engine delivering 617 horsepower and 553 pound-feet of torque. BMW integrated an electric motor into the 8-speed automatic transmission. The automaker says it provides better off-the-line performance and added efficiency when cruising. The electric motor pulls power from the 48-volt battery in the engine compartment, which charges via regenerative braking. It also operates as a starter generator for smooth automatic engine stop-start functionality. Every BMW I've driven that has an M in the model name delivers thrilling performance, and the X6M competition is no exception. Acceleration is robust thanks to the low-end torque and electric boost tied to the automatic transmission. With power delivered to all four wheels, BMW says the X6M competition will reach 60 miles per hour in just 3.7 seconds. The SUV boasts a claimed top speed of 177 miles per hour with the optional M driver's package. The X6M competition may be an SUV, but it has the soul of a sports car. Driving down Highway 1 along California's coast, the excellent steering response, powerful brakes, and quick shifting transmission make it easy to forget that this is a 5-passenger SUV. A wonderful V8 sound emanates from the quad exhaust outlets, and the roar under full throttle is intoxicating. On the winding road bordering the Pacific Ocean, the X6M stayed composed and in control, even when pushed hard in the corners. The stellar grip of the high-performance AWD system and the Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires delivered great confidence as the road wound back and forth through the trees. When the need to pass a slower vehicle arose, the X6M made the task easy. Even at higher speeds, the big SUV accelerates with impressive fervor, quickly getting around the other car on the 2-lane road. However, I did find that speed climbs surprisingly fast, and keeping my right foot on the floor for too long resulted in triple-digit speeds before I realized it. The big brakes quickly and smoothly brought the X6 back within the legal limit. Like other models in the BMW lineup with an M in the name, the X6M competition delivers extreme performance. With rapid acceleration and outstanding handling characteristics, the X6M is an absolute joy to drive. At the same time, it provides a high-end passenger experience with the utility expected of a 5-passenger crossover SUV. While these attributes come at a relatively high price, those in the market for a high-performance luxury SUV should certainly consider the BMW X6M competition. 7th beauty, 2023 Audi RS3. Small, but mighty, the 2023 Audi RS3 is the hottest of the Audi A3 variants, of which we have already sung praise. Yes, it shares quite a bit with the front-wheel drive Volkswagen Golf, but such rational concerns disappear once you've experienced this racy automotive tidbit, one with 50% more horsepower of the 201 horsepower A3, and nearly 24% more than the 306 horsepower S3. We tested at 2022 3 rupees, although it carries over unchanged for 2023. Pricing has been updated to reflect current vehicle cost. The Audi RS3 is a compact high-performance sports sedan that battles such luxury compact stalwarts as the BMW M240i, Cadillac Connecticut 4, V-Series, Lexus IS500, and Mercedes-AMG CLA 45, and comes in a single trim level with a handful of options. Our test car included Python yellow paint, $595, the RS technology package with Audi's MMI Navigation Plus, a Bang & Olufsen sound system and head-up display, $2,750, RS Sport exhaust with black tips, $1,000, a black Optic Plus package that included 19-inch summer tires, $750, and Audi side assist with rear cross traffic assist, $350. In all, it cost $67,090, a typical price for this breed of high-performance compact sedans. The RS3's design exhibits a subtle menace that clearly states its objectives for those who are paying attention. The flared front fenders, 2-inch wider front track, and athletic footwear telegraph this vehicle will fulfill your need for speed. Yet its size is perfect for urban environs, not to mention keeping overall weight down, which makes for stellar 0 to 60 miles per hour runs. And its overall demeanor, while aggressive, seems refined. The Matrix LED headlamps with a checkered flag design is a neat touch. And the $1,000 RS Sport exhaust with black tips are menacingly massive. The 2023 Audi RS3's interior is typically Audi. contemporary and sophisticated, but not overstated. Compacts rarely get nicer cabins than this one, with supportive, firm quilted leather sport seats, ambient lighting and an instrument panel dominated by Audi's Multimedia Interface Touchscreen, or MMI for short. As is common in Audis, the instrument cluster view can be changed to a number of different configurations, including a performance-oriented, RS-specific layout. Interior quality is superb, although rear seat legroom is dependent on the kindness of those in front. And truck volume is meager, even for the class, measuring 8.3 cubic feet. Similarly, interior storage space is minimal, with a surprisingly shallow center console bin. But the short stubby shifter is easy to use, and its diminutive size doesn't rob space like a traditional shifter. The 2023 Audi RS3 is the only Audi sold in America possessing what many consider one of the brand's defining assets, a 5-cylinder engine. In this case, it displaces 2.5 liters and produces 401 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque through a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission. Too small to be a grand tourer, the Audi 3 Rupees satisfies with scorching fast acceleration, superb grip and overall sense of civility, despite its uncivilized ways. Yeah, it can be noisy, but what did you expect? That said, gentle cruising reveals it to be the same comfy, confident compact its less powerful siblings are. But that's where the similarity ends. Push this puppy in one of its performance modes, and everything stiffens for extracting optimal performance. It's a little wild man, one that allows for drifting despite its all-wheel drive system, which makes it a whole mess of fun. It's very forgiving, which means you won't spin out if you're less experienced. But even when indulging in its deep well of power, you'll find its effortless acceleration and unique engine notes specific to Audi's 5-banger make it a true celebration of Audi's performance heritage. And that's a wrap, folks. We hope you've enjoyed this extraordinary journey through the world of automotive opulence and luxury. From Maybach's unparalleled elegance to Mercedes-Benz's rich heritage, BMW's pursuit of perfection, and Audi's avant-garde sophistication, we've covered it all. These remarkable vehicles are not just cars. They're expressions of passion, innovation, and craftsmanship. If you've been inspired by the beauty and luxury of these iconic brands, don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments below. Which one stole your heart? Is it the Maybach, the Mercedes-Benz, the BMW, or the Audi? We'd love to hear from you. Before we say goodbye, please remember to like this video, share it with your fellow car enthusiasts, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting content on the world's most beautiful and luxurious automobiles. Thanks for joining us on this unforgettable journey, and as always, stay tuned for more thrilling adventures in the world of automotive excellence. Until next time, drive safe and keep dreaming big.